Today I'm going to be showing you how I've been training for ice climbing and dry tooling. With that being said, let's jump into the first workout. Also, I don't do this normally in mountaineering boots. I normally do it in approach shoes, but because there's snow, it seemed kind of fitting to do mountaineering boots. Okay, so I do the plice because it's probably one of the best ways to get in that movement. You know, a big thing for ice climbing is getting into the monkey hang. The monkey hang is one of those techniques that have been preached upon for ice climbing because it gets your body in a natural position to move upwards. It was something that was really big with straight shaft tools and leashless tools. Actually, just this past season, I was able to climb one day with some old leash tools, and holy cow, like trying to do climbing this like modern style where you can put one leg up and one leg down, it was a struggle with those tools. So climbing with those tools actually got me to get back into doing the monkey hang again. In this place, it kind of does the same thing. This one more so because this one's actually kicked back on an angle about that much. You know, it's not too kicked back, but as you can see in the footage, I was able to, you know, dangle off the top and my legs drop straight down, and I'm not even close to touching the place. So it is kicked back a bit. And I do that more to like a min-max kind of my time with it. I figured that if the more it can be kicked back, the more effort it is going to take to actually get up it. And because it's more effort, it should be getting your body to learn faster. I am still in like the beginning stages. This is only like my 3rd or 4th year of ice climbing. So I'm still building that base for my endurance and all that. So I do get gassed out kind of quick on this, but just being able to do the plice kind of gets me back in that movement. It's a really fluid movement, and once I start getting really strong, I start like kind of almost bouncing up it, as you kind of see in the footage. I'm more springy on it now. When I first started back in like the spring, I was super rigid going up, like almost in that classic X, just like took way too much effort. But now I'm more efficient in it. But yeah, the plice is just a really good tool to use, just because I mean, the plice stands for like plywood ice. Like, it really is a great thing to get your body familiar with the movement and getting hands and tools. You know, hands and tools is probably one of the biggest things for training for ice climbing, and this does it. You know, just making sure you're not over gripping too much, just kind of using your hands as meat hooks. Like, this thing is awesome. I love climbing on it. And yeah, I mean, Will Gadd kind of pushed it out there to use the plice, and I mean, if Will Gadd's using it, you should probably take note of it. And yeah, so I cannot speak more highly about the plice. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. One of the workouts I do for training for ice climbing and dry tooling, it's the plice. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I've been doing Tabata workouts in addition to doing the plice. The Tabata workouts are pretty simple. It's hanging off of your tools for 20 seconds, and then you have 10 seconds of rest. This isn't a new thing. Will Gadd has recently put out like a reel, an Instagram reel, kind of going over this, and maybe a YouTube short too. And Aaron Mulkey has kind of gone on and off about Tabata. He does Tabata with hammer swings. basically it's just getting you, I think it's like an overall great endurance burner. I know when I do it, I start feeling it in my forearms, especially after I'm doing the plice. Like I just start to feel it really, really bad, and by the end my forearms are pretty pumped. But yeah, Tabata is a great way to do it, and I do it off of these rings that I have my tools hanging on. I was using these to do figure fours and figure nines, and I still do them every once in a while. I just think I did it so much because I was doing this kind of workout 2 times a week, and I think one of the last times I tried doing a figure four and figure nine, I like felt it in my shoulder, so I kind of like tweaked something there. So I've been pumping the brakes on that, but Tabata has been a great way to kind of condition myself for the upcoming ice climbing season. So the Tabata workout, it's a great thing. I love doing it, and yeah. So those are kind of the 2 main workouts I do. I normally would do them twice a week, but because we are getting close to the ice climbing season, as there is this now, I've been slowing it down to only do it once a week. I'm kind of in now this belief where I gotta tone down and not get burnt out. That's kind of what's plagued me for the past like 2 years of ice climbing. Is I train and train and train, I get really strong, and then halfway through the season I'm burnt out. I can't do anything. I don't have the strength to do anything, or I just like completely bonk. So I've been trying to alleviate that, and I'm trying to not burn out. So I've just been pumping the brakes on my training, listening to my body, gain more rest. And that's a big thing with this too, because I think it's easy to get caught up in it with a lot of things. Like with climbing, like if you start doing grade chasing, like it's easy to get caught up in with it, and you're like, I want to do more and more and more. I mean, I knew that as soon as I started doing figure fours pretty efficiently, I was like, I got to do more. But that's not always the answer for it. But that's, yeah, so I just slowed down my training. Obviously everyone else will be different. It's just how I train. And kind of along with this, I do some like supplemental workouts at the gym as well. I just do some basic stuff. I keep my cardio up. I run on a treadmill, especially in this season. I'll do hikes, and then also do some basic things on my core workout. Like I'll do planks, or I'll do kayakers, anything just to get your general core strength up, and then obviously do some pull-ups. There are some other climbing specific workouts, like I did mention before, hammer swings. Those are a great one to do to get your like swinging action in kind of place. And I know that everyone might not have a place, and there is other workouts you can do. You're basically just trying to mimic those movements with climbing. I mean, a person can mimic that at the climbing gym, or if you don't have access to a climbing gym, you can actually do it with like some TRX straps at the gym. You can kind of do the same motion. You don't move your feet up, but you do that kind of same pulling inward motion. Maybe I'll show a video on the screen. But yeah, it's another good workout that you can do that can kind of supplement it if you don't have access to the place, because I know not everyone will have access to the place. And heck, there's even, you can get those tools that you can use in climbing gyms for rock climbing holds. Those things are awesome. They can definitely help just to get you kind of more familiar with it, or just simply hanging on your tools. You know, time and tools is probably the biggest thing. And that's kind of another thing that I kind of changed with. I wanted to do more dry tooling. I wanted to get more actually into my tools, because again, and I will keep on preaching it, time and tools is probably the best way to do it. They condition your hands, they get you used to it, and yeah. So just dry tooling more. That's been kind of my mottos. I've been trying to do more dry tooling so I can get more just basic time in the tools. But yeah, with that being said, that kind of wraps up my whole training plan. If you guys have any questions about the training or suggestions for things, I can hopefully answer some questions about it. I have been kind of die-hard training for this for like 2 or 3 years. So I've learned some things. I've learned some stuff with myself with training, and I've helped other people kind of get in shape for ice climbing. So yeah, if you have any questions about this, just let me know. I'll be sure to get to them. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.